Talk to me. WSRadio.com.
The San Diego Council on Literacy brings you Literacy for All with your host, Jose Cruz.
Welcome to the show. I'm Jose Cruz from the San Diego Council on Literacy, and you're listening to Literacy for All on WS Radio. And our guests today are a couple of folks from UPLIFT and Kids at Heart, which is one of the programs we have here, Monica Ball, and she's on the board of directors of UPLIFT. Welcome to the show, Monica.
Thank you, Jose. Thanks for having us.
I'm so glad you're here. And with us is Treasa Skilies. Now, Treasa is a tutor with the program, right, Treasa?
That's correct.
All right, very good. We really want to hear from you, too, because you're where the rubber meets the road, where things are happening. Monica, I'll go to you. This is fun because I haven't really had that many, two guests and stuff, so I can go back and forth and such and lay a foundation for sharing information with our listeners about what you do at Kids at Heart. So tell us about UPLIFT and the Kids at Heart program.
Okay. So UPLIFT is a 31-year-old outreach ministry founded by an associate pastor at First Presbyterian during the time that Horton Plaza was in the development stage. So there was a lot of displacement downtown. And he was kind of a walk out the door and see what the neighborhood needs pastoral leader. So that's what he did, and found that youth tutoring, especially for second language kids in the neighborhood, was an essential need. So Kids at Heart was one of the first programs that UPLIFT presented to the public for their benefit. And so we've always got 10 to 12 tutoring sites around town. And we are all entirely volunteer.
Very good. And let me ask you, now I'm familiar with Golden Hill. That's, I think, where your main office is. What are the communities that you're serving? Because, it's one of the things
we go all the way west to Little Italy and all the way east to Kalina Park and south down to ICCF, down kind of like the National City border with City of San Diego. And I would think our northmost site might be Iglesia at Golden Hill. That's at our offices in Golden Hill.
Are you doing anything in Pacific Beach? Do I have that right? Is that not one of your programs?
No, not Pacific Beach, but we do have 2 new sites upcoming this season to serve the families of the homeless at the Dreams for Change parking lot in Golden Hill, where the safe parking is allowed for the families living in their cars, which is unfortunate and a whole different topic. But looking at getting some tutoring services to those kids. And then Monarch Schools, we're working with their volunteer coordinator to have a midday tutoring session. Theirs is entirely one-on-one, as is ours, but they tend to line up their tutors more individual rather than in a group. So we're working with them in a collaboration to have that match up.
Excellent. Good for all of you, because you're in the depths of things. You are where there is need. And let's come back to the whole parking lot program, because I think it's important for people to know that this is happening in our community, that there are people not just on the street or not just in homeless shelters. I won't even say it's in between. They're still homeless, and they're living in their cars. And it's a community of sorts. Could you say that?
Yes, and there's 2. One at Jewish Family Services on Balboa Park, on Balboa, and one at this church that's on B Street, 28th. I think it's down. It's right off 94.
Okay,
it's near our office, Jose.
Right.
And this is where the families are allowed to park and not get hassled.
Yeah.
I guess. So, and there's families in there. There were kids
goodness.
trying to go to school.
Yeah.
It's crazy,
Oh,
but
it is.
yeah,
it is.
So since we offer homeless services, also it's kind of a natural.
Very good. All right.
But the impact of the tutoring overall on the kids can be a game changer. So Treasa can tell us about that from the ground level.
Absolutely.
As a longtime tutor.
Very good. And Treasa, how long have you been a tutor?
Oh, it's been maybe 12, 13 years. I started right after I retired from teaching, and so I needed an avenue for whatever expertise I had in the field, which I discovered was very little. So,
and what were you teaching, and where were you teaching?
I was teaching at Chula Vista High School. I taught math and various other subjects.
Very good.
So whenever one of the other tutors at the site had a math issue, I was always the go-to person for the math.
Okay. So you still have it?
I don't know about that. If you don't use it every day, you kind of lose it.
Oh,
But it comes back. It's like riding a bicycle.
So how did you find Uplift, and how did this relationship?
It was very serendipitous. The church I attend, which is Point Loma Community Pres, had a service booth. Every Sunday they have opportunities to serve. And so Ann Hewitt, bless her heart, was manning the booth that day, and she said, you would make an excellent tutor because you're just coming off of teaching, you're just retiring, and we need tutors. And I said, oh, well, I'll think about it. So I visited the Italian Community Center, which is where the Washington students were meeting at the time. And I said, oh, yeah, this looks like something that I can do. This will serve the Lord and serve me as well, a double good. And so I started the September after I retired, and I've been doing it ever since, except for last year. Some issues came up, and I was unable to tutor. But, and it was great. At the Italian Community Center, we started out with, I think, 15 kids, and we had 11 tutors. So we doubled up on some, and it was very rewarding because I personally could see growth in the student that I was helping, but I also saw growth in the students that the other tutors were helping. And the tutors we had, oh my gosh, we had somebody who had sailed around the world, he and his wife, on their boat, and he brought so many interesting stories about that adventure and about using math and about using navigation and having to keep a log. And so it was important to have communication skills and literacy skills so that you could read maps and read directions on how the things on the boat would work. And so that was even fascinating to the tutors, but especially to the kids. And let's see what else. So
the change that you're seeing is important, is vital. I know confidence comes into play and comfort level. Yesterday I was in Borrego Springs. I visited a program out there, and they're working with the kids who need the help the most. They're only open 4 weeks a year. 4 weeks a year, yes, for summer to help these particular kids out. And it was just nice there aren't that many places that I can reference. So I'm mentioning Borrego Springs now and doing what they're doing to help the kids who need the help. And then what you are doing at Uplift in the inner city where kids don't get a lot of attention and don't get that one-to-one or small group attention that they need. We need more Ann Hewitts in the world.
Oh,
and
indeed,
Monica,
me too. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's
So talk
funny.
to us about your need for volunteers, and then we're going to come back to some more of the things that
we
you're
need
doing.
volunteers. We have as many kids to be served as we have volunteers. Every single site has a waiting list every year. So, and our kids come as recommendations through their teachers for the most part and their parents. We have a wide variety of tutors and of students. And it's, we are a Christian-based organization, but there is no requirement for any particular faith affiliation to serve with us or to be served by us. We are a love all, serve all ministry. And so we welcome anyone who might have 2 hours in a week. We do ask for a weekly commitment if possible, but people have travel and stuff like that, and we can accommodate that. Yeah. The other cool thing about our sites is we offer store, we call it. So they get 3 Kids at Heart bucks each week for their attendance, for doing their homework, and for their behavior, basically, being good kids.
And the
then they
kids
can spend
love store.
I know.
They can't wait for store. In fact, they keep asking every week, well, when's the next store? When's the next store? Well, how many
So it's
dollars
working,
do I have?
right?
Oh, yeah.
It's working.
It is a great incentive.
Yeah.
And the things we offer at store are usually school related. They will be pencils, erasers, sharpeners, notebooks, books to read,
Right.
because it's important for them to
Right.
have books at home, and so
yes.
we offer those things as well. And Money is a great motivator.
Sure. No, well, it gets us to work.
Play money.
Yeah. I just have to say, the people say, I wanted to figure out, how do I help out? How there's things happening. How you are offering an excellent opportunity for us, especially you have waiting lists. You have young people who need help,
Yes.
and it's like, hey, if you want to help out, Uplift has a job for you, and it's fun and rewarding.
Right.
Well, you would say that, right, Treasa? You've been around all this,
absolutely,
right?
absolutely. It's very rewarding. And we've had students who were accepted to the preschool after going through our program, and so it's very rewarding.
Very good.
Yeah.
Monica.
Well, one idea that used to be employed more was jobs, corporations, companies, sending teams of people as tutors. And that can be a great team building exercise. There's a lot of intent towards social justice sort of activities for corporations these days at, all levels of the corporate world.
Right.
Whether entrepreneur, startup, or longtime legacy corporations. But we would welcome that engagement. And sometimes it's fun and a great team building experience for those that work together to do something like this together.
Yeah.
So we would certainly help facilitate that if anybody's interested in that. Also, besides individual tutor volunteers.
Very good. Very. I want to talk more
We
about
do a lot of work with
that.
refugee communities also, Jose.
Okay. All right. So I want you to share your phone number and website information. We're going to come back. We're going to go to break in just about a minute here.
Okay.
And then we'll come back and follow up with some of the things we want to follow up with because, like I say, you're in a place where there is tremendous need, and we want to be there. So anyway, this is the end of our first segment. You're listening to the Literacy for All radio show on WS Radio, the worldwide leader in Internet talk.
Are you a small business or nonprofit? Securing Our eCity Foundation offers free cybersecurity seminars so businesses of every size can become more cyber safe. According to Forbes, just one cybercrime incident can cost a company over $15 million. Protect yourself, your employees, and your business before you fall victim to the nation's fastest growing crime. Go right now to securingourecity.org or call 619-630-2444.
Looking to be a successful entrepreneur? The virtual assistant industry continues to be a top choice for those looking to start their own business. The problem can be how to become a virtual assistant. Many turn to the Bible of the VA industry, the book Virtual Assistant, the series, and it's the perfect guide for office managers, executive assistants, and other administrative professionals looking to make the transition from employee to successful business owner. Go to vatheseries.com to get your copy today.
Small businesses are the lifeblood of America's economy. Every Thursday, SBA Radio interviews industry professionals and is dedicated to provide small businesses with timely insights and innovations. Visit www.sbaradio.us for details.
Homeless veterans and their families are suffering and need our support, but many won't ask or don't know that help is within reach. Veterans Community Services is here to help. Amazingly, about 35% of the homeless in our neighborhoods are veterans with families. Low-income veterans or their friends are encouraged to contact Veterans Community Services and reach out for help with housing and other services. Call now, 800-974-9909.
Securing Our eCity Foundation is a nonprofit organization focused on cybersecurity awareness and education. Formed in 2011, their mission is to enable every San Diegan to live, work, and play safely in the cyber world. For more information, visit securingourecity.org or call 619-630-2444. Securingourecity.org, 619-630-2444. Securingourecity.org.
Donate cash, furniture, clothes, and other gently used household items to Father Joe's Villages and get a nice tax break in April. Every donation is tax deductible. Believe you can make a difference. Be Father Joe. Go to neighborhood.org or call 1-800-HOMELESS to donate today.
Life is full of misadventures, from car crashes to home fires to getting choked out on the mat. Yes, I said getting choked out because I'm Carlos Kramer, jiu-jitsu competitor, MMA and media personality, and mild-mannered insurance agent. You can follow my adventures on Kick-Ass Radio, and I can protect you from life's misadventures at Kramer Insurance. Home, auto, life, business, and workers' comp. We're at KramerINS.com, and I want you to join my world.